Ban. Agi. My name is Dr. Ellen Gracewood, and I've spent the past 25 years helping older adults rediscover the power of food, not just to nourish, but to heal. I still remember the moment that changed everything for me. I was sitting with a patient named Harold, a warm-hearted Vietnam veteran in his early 70s. He had always prided himself on his independence, but lately, his energy was gone. His eyes were yellowed, his hands shook slightly, and he felt just off. Blood tests revealed early signs of liver and kidney dysfunction. But what shocked Harold most wasn't the diagnosis, it was the culprit. The very foods he thought were harmless. That conversation opened the door to a truth I wish more people knew, especially those of us over 60. As we age, our liver and kidneys, the body's natural detoxifiers, begin to slow down. And unfortunately, many common foods, processed meats, sugary drinks, and salty snacks quietly overload these vital organs every day. What once seemed like a little treat can gradually wear down the very systems that keep us going. But here's the part that gives me hope. Your body is incredibly resilient. When we give it the right support, nutrient-rich vegetables, hydration, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil, it responds. I've watched clients reverse early-stage damage, regain energy, and even come off medications simply by changing what they put on their plate. Today, I want to share with you not just the science behind liver and kidney health, but the real-life tools to protect them, meals you'll actually enjoy, habits that are easy to follow, and stories that will inspire you to believe in your own healing power. So if you've ever felt tired for no reason, dealt with swelling in your ankles, or worried about your next blood test, stay with me. This might be the conversation that gives you a new beginning. I remember telling Harold, as gently as I could, your liver and kidneys have been working overtime for decades. Now, they're asking for a little help. You see, the liver and kidneys are unsung heroes. The liver, your body's chemical processing plant, filters toxins, breaks down fats, balances hormones, and processes nutrients. The kidneys, meanwhile, are master regulators. They filter over 50 gallons of blood each day, maintaining fluid balance, controlling blood pressure, and clearing waste products like urea and creatinine. But aging changes the game. After age 60, liver size may shrink, blood flow to the kidneys may drop, and their filtering efficiency can decline by up to 20%. That means harmful substances stay in the body longer, and organs that were once resilient become vulnerable. And here's where food becomes either your greatest ally or your quietest enemy. Let's start with something most of us love, but rarely question: refined sugar. Whether it's in your morning donut or sweetened iced tea, refined sugar is a silent saboteur. It increases fat buildup in the liver, leading to non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, a growing epidemic among seniors. Over time, it also spikes inflammation and damages the delicate blood vessels in your kidneys. Then there's fried and greasy foods, those golden brown comfort meals that we grew up on. Sadly, they're rich in trans fats and oxidized oils that stress the liver's metabolic pathways. The result? Elevated cholesterol, sluggish bile production, and a heavier toxic burden on your system. Animal protein, when consumed in excess, especially red meats, can also backfire. The liver must process the byproducts of protein breakdown, while the kidneys are responsible for filtering urea and creatinine. Over time, a high-protein diet in older adults can lead to elevated kidney markers and worsen pre-existing issues like chronic kidney disease. And of course, we can't ignore alcohol and tobacco. Even modest drinking can cause liver inflammation in aging adults. Smoking? It tightens blood vessels, reducing oxygen flow to the liver and kidneys, and directly damages their cells. Lastly, sodium and processed foods are perhaps the most deceptive. Those canned soups, deli meats, and packaged snacks often contain more salt than your body can handle. High sodium raises blood pressure, a key driver of glomerular damage in the kidneys, and increases fluid retention, which stresses both organs and the heart. So, how do you know if your liver or kidneys are crying out for help? Watch for signs like persistent fatigue, swelling in your ankles or feet, dark, foamy, or reduced urination, yellowing of the skin or eyes, unexplained nausea or loss of appetite, itchy skin, or frequent bruising, metallic taste in the mouth. These symptoms are your body's way of waving a red flag, and they should never be ignored. But here's the silver lining, and what I told Harold that gave him hope: your body wants to heal. And with the right support, it can. We started by making small, meaningful changes to his diet. We swapped his sugary drinks for lemon water and herbal teas, replaced fried snacks with raw nuts and roasted veggies, and introduced plant-based protein options like lentils and tofu a few times a week. He cut back on processed foods and started using herbs and spices like turmeric and garlic for flavor instead of salt. We added cruciferous vegetables like broccoli and Brussels sprouts, which help boost the liver's detox enzymes. Beets, blueberries, and leafy greens became staples on his plate. And most importantly, he began hydrating consistently, aiming for at least 64 ounces of water a day. 3 months later, Harold walked into my office a different man. His labs had improved, his energy was back, and he told me something I'll never forget. I feel like I got a second chance. And that's what I want for every one of you watching. If you've ever stood in front of your pantry wondering what's still safe to eat, or if you felt betrayed by your own body, please know you're not alone. Aging is a journey, not a sentence. And with the right knowledge, you can still write a vibrant, healthy next chapter. So here's what I ask of you today. Start small, but start now. Look at your plate and ask, is this helping or hurting my liver and kidneys? Begin replacing just one harmful food with a healing one. Keep a bottle of water within reach. Add 1 serving of greens a day. Your organs will thank you, and so will your future self. And if this message resonated with you or reminded you of someone you love, don't let it stop here. Hit that subscribe button, join our growing community of wellness warriors, and let's keep walking this path together. I'll be sharing recipes, grocery tips, expert insights, and real stories just like Harold's to help you protect the health you've earned and the life you still have left to live. Because the truth is, it's never too late to begin healing, and I'll be right here with you every step of the way. My name is Dr. Evelyn Hart, and I've spent over 25 years guiding adults through the maze of nutrition and aging. But it wasn't until I met Margaret, a 68-year-old retired teacher with a radiant smile and a quiet fatigue, that I truly saw how subtle liver damage can be. She came to me not with a dramatic diagnosis, but with gentle complaints. I'm just tired all the time, and my digestion hasn't been the same. As we spoke, she mentioned frequent bloating, itchy skin, and occasional confusion. To many, those might seem unrelated, but to a trained eye, they were whispers from a weary liver. The liver is often called the body's silent organ. It rarely shouts until damage is well underway. That's why recognizing early signs like chronic fatigue, brain fog, yellowish skin or eyes, abdominal discomfort, and easy bruising is so vital. And what surprised Margaret even more was learning that her well-intended habits had played a part in her liver's struggle. Like many in her generation, she favored low-fat packaged foods, believing they were healthier. But those products were packed with sugar, sodium, and artificial additives a toxic trifecta for the liver. Another quiet culprit? Skipping meals or crash dieting. Margaret had been following a light eating routine to manage her weight, unaware that irregular eating patterns stress the liver's metabolic rhythm and can lead to fatty liver buildup. And then, there were the seemingly harmless daily pain relievers for her arthritis. Over-the-counter meds like acetaminophen, when taken regularly, can silently chip away at liver health over time, especially in older adults. We began to rebuild her health step by step. I encouraged her to eat regular, balanced meals rich in whole foods, leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, lean protein, and healthy fats from nuts and olive oil. We limited processed snacks, sugary treats, and unnecessary pills. Within weeks, Margaret's energy began returning. I didn't realize how foggy I'd been feeling until the fog started to lift, she said with a grateful laugh. If you're in your 50s, 60s, or beyond, I urge you, don't wait for your liver to raise its voice. Start listening to its whispers today. Your health, your clarity, and your vitality depend on it. As we close today's story, I hope Margaret's quiet journey with her liver health has opened your eyes just as it did mine years ago. Her experience reminds us of a powerful truth. The body speaks softly before it screams. And for older adults like you and me, tuning into those whispers can be the difference between decline and vitality. The liver isn't just a filter, it's a master organ, quietly regulating everything from energy levels to immune defense. And yet, so many of us, unintentionally, overload it with refined sugar, salty snacks, processed meats, and unnecessary medications. The lesson here isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Small, consistent choices like choosing whole foods, staying hydrated, and giving our liver the nutrients it needs can transform how we age. You don't need to become a nutritionist to protect your liver. You just need to become a little more curious about what's on your plate and a little more compassionate with your body. Like Margaret, it's never too late to make that change. If this story spoke to you, if it reminded you of someone you care about, or sparked a memory of your own health journey, please let us know. Hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe to Senior Moments Matter for more real stories, expert insights, and simple tools to age with strength and grace. And most importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments. Have you or someone you know ever experienced signs of liver or kidney strain? What changes have helped you feel better over time? Let's start a conversation, because your story might be exactly what someone else needs to hear today. Stay well, and remember, your health is your most powerful legacy.